Let me turn it this way so you can see its cute little face. Yeah, it's tea and not coffee today because I'm a little bit sick. But you know what they say.
The grind don't stop.
I don't know why I totally forgot what we were talking about. Oh my god, a giant alien! I'm just kidding. That's right, it's Martians and androids, it's cyberpunk and spaceships. Let's talk about Alien Romulus. Try saying that 5 times fast. Alien Romulus, Alien Anal Romulus. So yeah, I had absolutely no expectations going into this one. And that's not to say I wasn't hype about it, because I absolutely was. I mean, it's a new Alien movie. Who couldn't be hype about that? With the way CGI has been rapidly improving these days, an Alien movie in 2024 might just be worth watching. But I also wasn't holding my breath. I mean, there's no oxygen in space anyways. Alien Romulus could have easily become yet another in a long line of new Hollywood sequels that are just milking the once classic Alien saga that now has, what, 8 other movies? But to my surprise, it was pretty good. When I saw this movie in the theater, what gripped me right away was its setting. A dystopian futuristic image of a planet whose colonizing overpopulation and overpollution has transformed it into this always dark, brutal, windy hellscape. It instantly immersed me, and it put me in the minds of Rain, the main character, and her dysfunctional android Andy. Although I guess he doesn't have a mind, so... the circuits or something? I mean, honestly, if the characters never even made it out into space, I think I would still be entertained. I want more of whatever this world is. And that's a request, not just like a wish. Like, that's, please do that. And once they introduce the other characters who share this kill-or-be-killed mindset that seems to be rampant on this deviant Earth, some little details started to stick out that reminded me just who the executive producer really is. These 90s-looking headsets that the crew members use to communicate, the dinky little smartwatches that they all wear, the classic look of the CRT monitors on the ship. I mean, the whole thing is so Ridley Scott-coded, it almost made me laugh. This is definitely not the dystopian future that a Gen Zer would imagine. And I hate that I just said that. But hear me out here, is that necessarily a bad thing? I mean, here we have a movie that uses set design so carefully and intentionally to pay homage to the look of the original films and still give us a fresh new perspective on the Alien universe. It's kind of silly, but I don't hate it either. And the longer the movie went on, the more I kind of appreciated this attention to detail. And this definitely complemented the building of the characters in this story. If you thought the team of scientists and researchers in the previous movies was inexperienced enough already, imagine a group of completely reckless kids, some of whom despise each other, taking a questionably debilitated Great Value spaceship into orbit to intercept what could only be the worst possible scenario, a pod full of frozen killer alien babies. Yeah, they're fucked. And if that's already too much of a spoiler for you, you might as well just click off the video. I mean, you're not going to be ready for what's coming next.
But please subscribe first, please.
Look, without getting into too much detail, the whole plot once they enter the spaceship is nothing to cry home about. It's pretty formulaic, as most of the Alien movies are. It's to be expected. Gory? Yeah, it's pretty gory. Violent? Yes. But for diehard Alien fans, it's comfortable. It doesn't try too hard to be something new. Like, they know what the people want. It's no Prometheus.
Let's put it like that.
But then there were those couple side plots that I really just could have done without. Mostly involving Andy. I mean, there were times where he opened his mouth that didn't even make me mad or sad. They just made me kind of disappointed, which is probably worse, right? The whole, like, corporatocracy corruption arc, the weird half-decapitated android, not decapitated. Siri, what's a word for decapitated, but it's your body instead of your head? Dude, Siri is so useless. Like, Siri, what is a word for someone's body being cut in half? Mutilation. Okay, well, I could have come up with that myself. Thanks. Fucking thanks for nothing, as always. The whole, like, corporatocracy corruption arc, the weird mutilated half-android thing, some of it sort of felt like a plot device more than anything else. What up? It's Editor Gabe here to interrupt the fuck out of your video. I got a few comments on my last video complaining about how I, don't do enough research when writing my scripts, which is absolutely true, and listen, I hear you, I understand you, I have concepts of a plan to fix this, all right? Hence the asking Siri for definitions of words, which I should absolutely never do. But in the process of editing this video, I learned a fun little tidbit that Ian Holm, who plays the mutilated android, actually died, like, a while ago. And I guess I can understand why CGIing him in as, his old self might be nostalgic or fun to some hardcore Alien viewers. But still, it was completely unnecessary. And probably cost a lot more money than they needed to spend. Anyways, back to the video. But overall, and this is something I didn't expect going into it, Romulus still works really well as a standalone film. It was Ridley Scott and James Cameron enough that it delivered in all the right places. The death scenes, that one gun that just never runs out of ammo somehow. By the way, can someone in the comments let me know if that was supposed to be some kind of like inside joke or reference? Like, I could have sworn in one of the other Alien movies there's a gun similar to that, but my brain isn't braining right now, so. Except, and this is the real spoiler here, so cover your ears. This whole alien-human combo thing, yeah, we probably could have just done away with that altogether, don't you think? Like, how far can you really push the envelope until it falls off the counter into the trash? Don't get me wrong, there's still some spooky shit. And as I was watching it unfold, I realized I totally knew that actor from somewhere. And yeah, it turns out it was this guy. One of the most alien-looking humans known to humans. It just reminds me of when I saw him in one of those shitty mini-docs I used to get on Snapchat, which I don't anymore, because I'm not addicted to Snapchat anymore. Okay? Needless to say, they really nailed the casting for that one. And also the whole cast, if I'm being honest. A bunch of mostly unknowns that all played their part in telling a story just as disturbing as it needed to be. So yeah, I can't really knock Romulus. If you're an Alien fan, you're probably not going to be disappointed, and if you're not and you're just looking for some good old satisfying gore, this is the one for you. You're probably gonna have to wait another 7 years for the next sequel, so definitely see it in theaters when you can. And by the time this video is out, it'll probably already be out of theaters, so haha, suck it. Alright, that's all. I think I'm just gonna go inject myself with alien babies now. Goodbye!